So, in the beginning of 2017, I started a new job at Kingsbury High School. And for people who don't know, Kingsbury High School is a very diverse school. They have a very large Hispanic population, they have a very large Black population. There's also a very large Arabic population. Um, there's just as many white people as it is your minorities. And so before then, I'd never seen that much diversity ever, other than when I spent the summer in Orlando, Florida. Um, and so going into this community, I fell in love with this community very fast. Um, Something I never thought would actually happen, but I fell in love with it. And when it was time for me to move on to a different job, I didn't know how I was going to get back into the Berkeley community, but I knew that that's where I wanted to be. Some things lined up, and I was able to get a job at Sukasa Ministries. Sukasa Ministries is a nonprofit Christian organization who is really there to help the Hispanics in the Berkeley community adjust and create community and really just have a support system in this unfamiliar territory. They give English lessons, or they teach ESL classes or English as a second language classes um, to adults. From their ESL classes, also started the Esperanza Early Childhood Center, which is specifically for these the kids of the community who they're getting ready for pre-K and kindergarten. We're getting them ready for pre-K and kindergarten, but just really investing into their lives from a teaching standpoint, but also from a spiritual standpoint. With these two jobs, I definitely see a need in the Berkeley community for more resources, for more people. And by resources, I mean more people that are willing to help and are willing to come in and do the work that they see happening all the time. Like we see all the time people working in Orange Mound, and we see people all the time working in Binghamton. But I think that the Berkeley community definitely needs to be put on the map, and also people need to be coming and helping them because they need just as much help. It's a lot harder to feel like you don't belong in your own city, but and that's that's for the Binghamton and the Orange Mound community. But it's imagine what these immigrants that live in the Berkeley community feel. They're literally in a completely new country, a completely new city, something completely different than what they're ever used to. And so I feel that over time, as we get more people who really just want to see everybody strive and everybody they want to see everybody be successful. I feel like that's what we really need in the city of Memphis, so we can really propel our city even higher than where it's at right now. The future can look so bright. For example, the executive director for Sukasa does not know a lick of Spanish, and yet he's there every day working tirelessly for these families that he's interacted with because he sees the need, he recognizes the need, and he wants to help the need in any way that he can. Memphis is a very progressive city. We've seen time and time again how Memphis has some way, somehow contributed to the history of the United States. And I feel that that is something that we still have. We can still do that. Um, the United States is considered a melting pot, but we have a melting pot right here in our own city. And as soon as we learn how to address that melting pot and really come together within our city, there's no telling what that change can spur. So I hope that anybody, would join me in my vision of really making the 901 home to everybody.